Hello and welcome to today's class. We are going to continue with solving problems that entail simultaneous linear equations. In the previous video, we did a method on this particular problem called elimination method. And so in this video, we'll focus on substitution method. And basically, as I said, simultaneous linear equation usually entail two unknown variables. Okay, in this particular case, we're having equation 1 and equation 2 here, and the unknown variables are x and y. All right, so uh, that's it. So why don't we try and solve this particular problem we have here using substitution method? So substitution method is very easy. Nothing complicated about it. So basically, we have two equations. In this particular case, you can see we have equation 1 and we have equation 2. And so if we are going to solve them using substitution method, we're going to either choose to work with equation 1 or equation 2, whichever equation you're comfortable with. So I'm looking at the equation we already have, and I think I'm going to use equation 2. All right, and so I'm just going to use equation 2 first, and then substitute equation 2. Substitute equation 2 into equation 1. All right, we're going to use all of them, but as you're going to see in the class. So with equation 2, I'm going to pull it out. So we're having x plus 2y being equal to 350. Okay, that is what we are having in equation 2. X plus 2y being equal to 2y. X plus 2y being equal to 350. And so in this particular equation, I want to make x the subject of the formula. All right. So to make x the subject of the formula basically means that I'm going to have x equal to the rest. All right. So I'm going to have it as x being equal to 350. And then this 2y that we are having on the left hand side, I want to take it on the other end so that we have that x equals to 350 minus 2y. All right. So that's going to be x equals to 350 minus 2y. All right. So I'm going to label this equation 3. Okay. And note that equation 3 basically is, telling us what the value of x is. So what I've done here to form equation 3 is what we call substitution. Okay. Basically, what I've done, I'm forming the value of y. I'm forming the value of x, but using the variable y. So I'm going to use equation 3 to solve equation 1. Note that for us to form equation 3, we had to use equation 2. Okay. Now, for me to solve the whole problem, I'm going to substitute equation 3. Okay, equation 3 into equation 1. So equation 1 we have as 2x plus 3y equals to 600. Okay. Well, so that's what our equation 1 is. And I wanted to note that in equation 1, we have the value of x as a variable there. So what we're going to do, we're going to substitute equation 3 into equation 1. So all that's going to mean is where we see x, we're going to put equation 3. Okay. So basically, we're going to have 2 into equation 3. Remember, x we said was equal to 350 minus 2y. So wherever we see x, we are going to put 350 minus 2y. So that's going to be 2 into 350 minus 2y. Okay. All right. Plus 3y equals to 600. All right. And so this here we shall call equation 4. So whatever value of y we get in equation 4 will help us then solve the rest of the equation. Okay, basically. All right. So we are going to expand this, and when we expand this, 2 times 350 will give us 700 minus 2 times 2y will give us 4y, negative 4y that is. All right, plus 3y equals to 600. So collecting like terms, we are going to have negative 4y plus 3y equals to 600 minus 700. So basically, we're taking this 700 to the right hand side, all right? So that we have them all in the same side. It becomes easy to solve after that. Okay, so everything is looking good. So basically, when we take negative 4 plus 3, we're going to get y. Negative 4y plus 3, we're going to get not y really, but negative y. All right, we're going to get negative y. All right, then 600 minus 700 will give us negative 100. All right, so for us to find the value of y, basically we have to divide both sides by negative 1. All right, so this will give us the value of y, and the value of y in this particular case will be 100. So we have solved for the value of y. All right, remember we are trying to solve for x and y. All right, so that is the value of y in this particular problem, and we've solved it using substitution method. So for us to find the value of x, we will use equation 3. Okay, remember we said that x was equal to 350 minus 2y. All right, so wherever we see y, we'll put 100. And so if you do your math, you're going to get the value of x. I'm not going to do it because of the lack of space, but when you do your math, when you take 100 in place of y in equation 3, you're going to get that the value of x is equal to, yeah, sorry for the glitch. So when you do that, when you substitute the value of y, which is 100, into equation 3, you're going to get that the value of x equals to 150. All right, so that is it for this particular problem. Do it, especially try find the value of x on your own, and then let me know what you think in the comment section. Let us do the last example, then move on to another class after this. Awesome. So in example 2, we are having a simultaneous equation as well. So we're having x plus 3y equals to 8 as our first equation, and 5x plus 7y equals to 24 as our second equation. So that's going to be question 1, and this here is equation 2. All right, so we're going to use substitution method to try and solve this problem. Okay, so looking at the equations that we have here, I'm going to start by working with equation 1. Okay, so I'm going to basically make x the subject. All right, using it from equation 1. So in equation 1, we are having x plus 3y being equal to 8. Okay, so I'm going to basically make x a subject, and if I make x a subject, in this particular case, I'll have that x will be equal to 8, and then plus 3y when you take it to the right hand side will be minus 3y, and I'll call this equation 3. Note that it's important that I call it equation 3 because it is the same equation that I'll use to find the value of x after I've found the value of y. So the very act of making x subject to the formula and forming equation 3 is what we call substitution method. All right, and so yeah, just letting you know that. All right, so I'm going to then use equation 3 to find the value of y. Remember that I formed equation 3 by using equation 1. So for me to find the value of y, I'll use equation 2. Yeah, I'll substitute basically equation 3 into equation 2. All right, so I'll come to equation 2, which is 5x plus 7y equals to 24, which you can see here. And wherever we are having x, I'll be putting equation 3. That is 8 equals to 3y. Remember, in equation 3, we have that x is equal to 8 minus 3y. So anywhere we have x, I'll just be putting 8 minus 3y. So basically, I'll have 5 into 8 minus 3y as from, what you can see here in equation 3. Okay, plus 7y equals to 24. So when I expand this, I'm going to have 40. That is 5 times 8 giving me 40. Okay. All right, minus 15y. That is 5 times 3 giving me 15y. All right, plus 7y equals to 24. So we are done with our expansion. I'll collect the like terms together and have the variables of y on the left hand side and the numerical values on the right hand side. So basically, I'm going to have negative 15y plus 7y equals to 24. Then 40 taken to the other side will give me negative 40. All right. So when you break this down, negative 15y plus 7y will basically give us negative 8y. Okay. All right, so that is negative 15y plus 7y will give us negative 8y. And so 24, okay, minus 40. 24 minus 40 will then give us negative 16. I'm assuming that you are good and comfortable with the integers. That is why I'm really not trying to go into how we're getting negative 16. All right, so for us to find the value of y, we will divide both sides by negative 8. So when you divide both sides by negative 8, we'll have y here, and we'll have 2 as the value of y. That is negative 16 divide by negative 8 will give us 2. So that is the value of y based on this particular problem, and we've solved it using substitution method. Okay, now I want you to find for the value of x. It will be easy. So we'll come back to equation 3, and wherever we are having y in equation 3, we'll be putting what? 2. All right, so for us to find the value of x, basically we're going to have that x will be equal to 8 minus 3 into, okay, the value of y there is 2. And so note that this will give us 8 minus 6, which is basically 2. So to solve the whole problem, x is equal to 2 and y is also equal to 2. And that all has been done using substitution method. So that's it for this class, and see you again in the next one. Thank you and have a lovely day.